Hello everyone and welcome back to my Coronation Street official today. Please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up because what's happening between Theo and Jodie right now, it's not just drama, it's a ticking time bomb and someone might not make it out alive. Alright, let's talk about what's really going on here because this storyline has completely taken over Coronation Street in the best and most terrifying way possible. What started off as tension, the kind you could almost brush off as awkward or unresolved conflict, has now escalated into something that feels deeply unsettling. Theo and Jodie are no longer just at odds, they are locked in this intense psychological battle where every interaction feels calculated. Every word feels like it has a hidden meaning, and every silence is louder than any argument. The entire atmosphere in Weatherfield has shifted. You can feel it in the air, even in scenes that have nothing to do with them directly. It's like this invisible pressure building up, and viewers know something is coming. Theo has changed in a way that's hard to ignore. He's colder, more distant, more deliberate, and Jodie, she's not reacting the way you would expect. She's calm, too calm. And that's what makes it even more unsettling. Fans are going wild trying to figure out what happens next. Is Theo spiraling out of control? Or is Jodie quietly setting him up for something bigger? And the biggest question of all, who dies? Because let's be honest, the way this is heading, it doesn't feel like everyone is walking away from this. Now let's really get into it. Because this is where things get intense. Theo's transformation hasn't been loud or explosive. It's been subtle, almost quiet. But that's what makes it so disturbing. You can see it in the way he looks at people now. Like he's always thinking 2 steps ahead, there is no hesitation anymore. No second guessing, it's like he's crossed some invisible line, and now there is no going back. And honestly, watching that unfold is chilling, because it doesn't feel random, it feels earned. Like all the little moments we might have overlooked before were actually clues. Every time he held back, every time he didn't say what he was really thinking, it's like all of that has been building up to this version of him. A version that doesn't just react but plans. And then there's Jodie, and this is where things get really interesting. Because on the surface, she looks like she's holding together. She's composed, controlled, almost unbothered, but you can tell there's something going on beneath that calm exterior. She's not just surviving this situation, she's navigating it carefully, strategically. I mean, think about it. When someone is that calm in the middle of chaos, it usually means one thing. They know something you don't, and with Jodie, it really feels like she's playing a long game. Every word she chooses, every reaction she gives, it all feels intentional, like she's setting something up piece by piece. And the tension between them, it's unbearable at times. You watch their scene, you can't relax for a second. Even when they are just talking, it feels like something could snap at any moment. A glance lasts too long, a pause feels too heavy. It's like they're constantly testing each other, pushing boundaries without ever fully crossing the line yet. What makes it even more gripping is how the rest of the street is starting to feel it too. People might not know exactly what's going on, but they can sense that something isn't right. There is this growing unease like the calm before a storm. And that's when things get dangerous, because when tension like this builds, it doesn't just stay contained, it spills over, and when it does, anyone could get caught in the middle. Imagine being one of the residents, just going about your day, not realizing you are standing right next to a situation that could explode at any moment. That's the kind of tension this storyline is creating. It's not just about Theo and Jodie anymore, it's about everyone around them. And then, there is the emotional side of it all, because as intense as the drama is, it still feels real. Theo doesn't come across as some cartoon villain. He feels like a person who's been pushed, shaped by circumstances, slowly changing over time, and that's what makes it uncomfortable to watch. Because you can understand how he got here, even if you don't agree with what he's becoming. Jodie, on the other hand, brings a completely different kind of energy. Her strength isn't loud or aggressive, it's quiet, it's controlled, and in a way that makes her even more powerful. Because you don't know what she's capable of. You don't know where her limit is, and that uncertainty, it keeps you on edge. There is also this constant question hanging over everything. What happens when the truth finally comes out? Because let's be real, in a place like Weatherfield, secrets don't stay hidden forever. And when they do come out, they don't just affect the people directly involved, they ripple outward, impacting everyone. And right now, it feels like we are getting closer and closer to that moment. That breaking point where everything unravels, and when it does, it's not going to be pretty. What makes this storyline stand out isn't just the drama, it's the way it's been built. The pacing has been incredible. Instead of rushing into a big, explosive moment, the show has taken its time. It's layered the tension slowly, giving us just enough to keep us hooked, but never enough to feel comfortable. And that's a risky move. But it's paid off because now viewers are completely invested. People aren't just watching the episodes, they're analyzing them, picking apart every detail, every line of dialogue, every expression, trying to figure out what it all means. The themes here are also incredibly strong. Trust, betrayal, manipulation, consequence. These aren't just background ideas. They're at the core of everything that's happening. And they're being explored in a way that feels raw and honest. The biggest impact, though, is the emotional connection. Viewers don't just want to know what happens. They care about the outcome, they're worried, they're anxious, they're invested in these characters in a way that goes beyond typical soap drama. And then there's the unpredictability. This storyline doesn't follow a clear path. It doesn't give you easy answers. One moment you think you understand what's happening, and the next everything shifts. The unpredictability is what keeps people coming back. But it also raises the stakes, because when you don't know what's coming, every moment feels more intense, every decision feels more important, and when something finally does happen, it hits harder. Honestly, I have to say this is one of the most gripping storylines Coronation Street has delivered in a long time. I mean, I genuinely can't remember the last time I felt this tense watching an episode. Every scene with Theo and Jodie has me on edge, and that's not easy to pull off. What I really love is how layered both characters are. Theo isn't just the bad guy, and Jodie isn't just the victim. They both feel complex, unpredictable, and real, and that makes everything so much more engaging. But at the same time, it's stressful to watch. I keep thinking, okay, this is it. This is where something happens and then it doesn't. But the tension just keeps building, and part of me is excited to see how it all plays out. But another part of me is honestly worried about what's coming. Because let's be real, this doesn't feel like a storyline that ends quietly. It feels like something big is coming. Something that's going to change everything. So now I want to hear from you. What do you think is really going on here? Do you think Theo has completely lost control? Or is he still aware of what he's doing? And what about Jodie? Do you believe she's planning something, or is she just trying to survive? And the biggest question of all, who do you think dies? Drop your theories in the comments below, because I know everyone has a different take on this. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. Trust me, you are going to want to stay tuned for this one, because whatever happens next is going to be unforgettable.